Okay,
All
my
right.
name's Doug Edgerton. The business is Yellowstone Track Systems. I guess in incorporated world, I'm the president, although it's a real small company, and we build track setting equipment
Nice.
for Nordic Skiing.
How did you get into this business? What brought you to it?
A long time ago, the U.S. ski team came to West Yellowstone looking for snow in the fall. I helped them out grooming. The only grooming equipment then available was from a small company in Switzerland and was just horribly expensive. And I figured I could build, 10 or 20 or 30 of something and make a decent living at it. Hasn't exactly worked out that way, but, it's a job.
Wow, that's awesome. What is your favorite part about the job? What gets you up in the morning? What motivates you to keep going at this?
So, sometimes it seems like the phone, but I still like to ski when I get a chance.
Mm-hmm. Do you ski a lot compared to how much you used to ski?
No,
As
nowhere
no?
near. It's like anytime you do anything
Mm-hmm.
that you really, really like as a job,
Mm-hmm.
It kind of takes things over and you just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm. Are you here full time in West Yellowstone
Yes.
year round? You
Mm-hmm.
are?
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. That's great. So your company makes grooming equipment, a specific type of grooming equipment, which is Nordic, but then is it also used sometimes for do Alpine groomers and grooming machines order from you as well? Is it all the same? Or
We built some specialty ice tools
Okay.
that are used on lots of different alpine slopes from, Killington to all kinds of places.
Uh-huh. And specifically, what do your grooming tools do that maybe other ones out there in the industry might not? Or what is the specific purpose that you guys focus on for your products?
That's a tough one because we build a lot of different things,
Mm-hmm.
but primarily, of course, the biggest focus of Nordic is setting tracks.
Right.
So we supply a lot of hydraulic track setters for behind snowcats. In 2002, I was head of grooming or whatever for the Nordic in Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I wanted, there was being head of grooming does not mean you choose the grooming equipment.
Right.
The suppliers are chosen by someone way higher on the food chain. So I wanted in that position, I certainly wanted to be using my own equipment. So
Mm-hmm.
I developed a small groomer that does a lot of different things really, really well. But one of the things it does really well is set really seamless, great tracks that you can't tell that it wasn't set by a cat. But
Wow.
being behind a snowmobile, you have the ability to move it, anywhere on what's called best line, which is for classic skiing it's kind of like what a race car driver would drive if he were driving a road course. It's
Okay.
the best line, the most advantageous skiing line through a course. And the only real way to put those in is with a snowmobile. So we developed a small groomer specifically for doing that really, really well. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the largest things we do now.
Got it.
I mean, they go all over the place.
And I know that the name of these things is called Ginza Groomer.
Right.
Where did you come up with that name?
Actually, a friend of mine who was on the biathlon team a long time ago came up with the name because the thing had so many knives in it. And a long time ago, there was actually a telemarketing scheme called a Ginsu knife.
Okay.
And it's Ginsu.
Yep.
So we changed the letter to ZU. But it's got a lot of sharp little knives in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where the name came.
Got
And
it.
it kind of stuck
Uh-huh.
at that time.
Uh-huh. So you mentioned that you were the head of grooming at Salt Lake City in 2002 for the Olympics. What was that like, and what did you take away from that as an experience?
It was a lot of work. It was a good thing I was younger, at least a little bit younger. And it's anytime you're around an Olympic Games, it's pretty phenomenal to be around that many athletes of that high a caliber from that many different places in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If your focus has been grooming for 30 plus years, working at an Olympic Games in your own profession is, I was never a good enough skier. So working just working in that capacity is as close as you get.
Yeah. So, you've been in the ski industry for a very, very, very long time. What would you say from a business perspective is unique about it or different about it, either in an appealing way or not so appealing way, just from day-to-day operations and the way you go about doing what you do?
Well, from a business standpoint, I mean, the biggest problem with the ski industry is it's cyclical according to weather and season. It's highly seasonal, so it's really, really hard to project from year to year. What kind of sales growth you're going to have, what kind of number, just all kinds of things. Plus I'm sure it's like a lot of ski areas. You generate all your income in a very short period of time, and then you do these huge balance sheet swings that are pretty difficult to manage. But at the same point in time, it has all the benefits of any other outdoor sport. From rock climbing to bicycling to canoeing or whatever. You're dealing with something that's outside. You're dealing with people that really love what they do. The people in the business they're in the business because they love it. You wouldn't put up with it otherwise. So I mean, and to be able to make a living doing what you really like is not something everybody gets to do. So
right. How many guys do you have and girls working for you?
Well, there's 4 people really full-time in the business. One person does the books. Myself, I do a little bit of everything. And 2 guys in the shop full-time.
Gotcha.
We job shop a lot of stuff.
I see.
All the laser cutting is done. A certain amount of machining is done other places. Plating is done other places. Plastic is done. So to grow as much as we've had and stay fairly small, we basically use other companies for sub-assemblies and all kinds of things.
Outsourcing, if you will?
Yeah,
somewhat.
but inside the United States.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So insourcing, you could call it almost.
Well, we try not to buy too much from China.
Gotcha.
I think about the only thing we get in the shop that's from China is coveralls.
Okay.
Because it's next to impossible to buy them from any place else. But we try and buy all our tooling, tools, everything as far as we can. I have a basic rule: local, Intermountain, the United States, North America, and preferably a friendly democracy.
Yeah. The seasonality of it you mentioned really varies the way you guys work, I'm sure, in the middle of the summer versus right now. What do your primary focuses change, or do your day-to-day responsibilities, how do those things change throughout the year as you go from season to season?
Well, the phone's a lot calmer in the summer, so you tend to get more stuff done. But what we do in the summer, or actually what we do from March, April, all the way until late summer, is we build sub-assemblies, parts, pieces, everything that we need to get done to build, completed product or groomers in the, fall and winter. So right now what we're doing is we're taking a lot of our summer work and using it up, building complete groomers.
Got it. What do you find most appealing about being in West Yellowstone as an area, the people, the place?
Well, I was a fly fishing guide for a lot of years also. So
okay. Fishing's
really good here. Ski season is long. Snow is really good. Tends to stay dry. If you like the Nordic ski, there's really not a lot of better places to ski. We get a lot of snow without a lot of melting, but we don't get too much snow like the Cascades, so skiing stays, say, more consistent.